guys, it's Miri here from the Self Love Village. So I thought I'd come on and very quickly give you a little rundown of the basic principles of the Self Love Village. It's kind of like some beliefs that you need to be able to open yourself up to in order for our little seeds of self-love to plant themselves firmly inside of you. And if you can start to open yourself up to these beliefs, then you can definitely start to open yourself up to self-love. And self-love is just like so much more than, you know, this buzzword or this gimmick that you hear on social media. Self-love is unconditional love. So let's get started with the beliefs. So, number one is that every single person on this planet deserves self-love. Every single person, with all their imperfections, with all, you know, the things that frustrate them about themselves, with all of the good, the bad, the ugly. Every single person deserves it. And once you open yourself up to this belief, it means that you have to believe that you deserve it too. The second one is that your body already unconditionally loves you. She unconditionally loves you. She protects you at every tiny situation, every tiny possibility of hurt that there is. Your body is there to protect and love you. She loves you more than you love yourself. She loves you more than she loves herself. And what do I mean by self? Well, you've probably heard of your higher self, or some people call it, you know, like the one that is conscious and sees your own thoughts. So I'm talking about your inner self, your soul, the actual place where your personality comes from, where there's actually no like holds on your past or your future. It's who you are right now. It's the being in the human being. So often I will talk about how your body loves you, and when I talk about your body, I mean your physical being. No, I don't. I mean your physical body, your physical self. And I also include your brain, your mind, your subconscious. Because these are all parts of you that really love you, that have got your best interests at heart, but are scared. They're scared of change, they're scared of you getting hurt. Basically, they're scared of you getting hurt over everything. And so that's why they're constantly trying to protect you, and usually in ways where it hurts you in other ways than they think it's going to. Does that make sense? Like say you've got some past trauma, your body would rather, you know, feed you alcohol every day to numb down the emotions, because they know that dealing with that trauma would hurt you, even though using alcohol every day to numb down your emotions will eventually hurt her. So they'd rather take that pain and that pressure on for themselves. And so I call it like a one thing. I'll say your body, and I mean your body, your mind and your brain. And so if we believe that your entire life your body has unconditionally loved you and has protected you at every point, and basically all of the destructive things that you've ever done, it comes down to the root that your body is trying to protect you, then that means that your body is deserving of respect and unconditional love too. And sometimes she's going to need protecting from herself. That's one of the absolute core beliefs that I have that allows me to have empathy and compassion for my body and for myself. And coming on to that, absolutely believe that empathy, compassion, acceptance and commitment are like the 4 cornerstones of our self-love. Like, without those 4 things, you cannot have self-love. So the empathy and compassion, they go hand in hand to help you be kinder to yourself, kinder about your past mistakes, kinder about your future mistakes, because you're going to make them, kinder about being imperfect, because that's what you are imperfect, and that's okay. And they help you understand yourself better, but from a kind, gentle place. The acceptance is not apathy. The acceptance doesn't mean that you're never going to want to change or grow. The acceptance means that you're able to love yourself this moment. Love yourself messy. Because you need to be able to accept and love yourself right now before you then go on to thrive and grow in a really organic way. We all know that the more positive your surroundings and your encouragement, the more you can succeed in life. And yet we walk around with this horrible voice inside our head, constantly putting us down, constantly being negative, and expect ourselves to be perfect. Expect ourselves to want to better ourselves every day. Well, of course, if we've got a horrible voice, kicking off and being a right bitch, then why would you want to feel any better or get any better? So, acceptance is very, very important. The last one is commitment, and commitment means that it is a daily commitment to love yourself. It's a daily commitment. Because if you forget for a few days, you slip back. And that love is like a relationship. So you can neglect a relationship. So at first, when you first get to know somebody, you actually have to get to know them to fall in love with them. So you have to get to know yourself. And then you have to appreciate the great things about yourself and accept the imperfections. And then, after you fall in love with someone, it doesn't mean that it's rosy for the rest of your life. It's not a happy ever after, at the end of the story. It takes commitment every single day to put into the work for the relationship in order to keep that love alive and to keep it growing. And it's exactly the same for self-love. You have to make a commitment every single day. So that is definitely part of the cornerstones of self-love. The next is that worthiness is a given. It is a birthright. Worth is a birthright. There's nothing that you need to base your worth on except your isness. It just is. That's it. And then finally, that not only is every single person worthy of self-love, they're also worthy of the abundance that comes after you find self-love. That you have got to be open to getting so much more. Because as soon as you open yourself up to self-love, you start to believe in yourself, you start to believe in your dreams, you start to have the confidence to do new things, to change things. That organic change that I spoke about before. All of a sudden, there's a lot of things that are going to be in your reach. And yes, that can be scary, and that can send your body back into protective mode again. But it's about allowing yourself to know that you're worth the abundance, you're worth the change, you're worth the risk, you're worth following your fear. And we speak a lot about fear because fear comes up every single day. And it's like you change the commitment. You don't ever change it fully, because the commitment for self-love is, like I said, daily. But you open up the commitment and you start to allow more commitments to come in, because it's like, I can love myself, I can believe in myself, I can move past this fear, and I can constantly tell my body that it's safe and that I can cope with whatever comes up. And you start to believe that. And these core beliefs, they may seem like a lot in one video, but we go through each little section bit by bit, because as it is a daily commitment, it's a daily commitment to learn about these things. And you can take one subject and you can learn, a bit about it in 5 minutes. Or like anything in life, you can commit to learn about it, and it could take the rest of your life to learn about one tiny subject. Well, self-love is like, you can just literally spend 5 minutes a day. You can spend 4 minutes a day. My 4-minute miracle program shows that you could literally just spend 4 minutes. I say 5 minutes. Everyone's like, oh, I haven't got time for 5 minutes. You've got time for 4, okay? So you could spend your 4 minutes a day and you could grow a beautiful self-love. If you wanted, you could spend every hour, every waking minute learning about it. And you'd never know everything about it, because look at us. We're like limitless. So I hope that you've enjoyed this little introduction to some of the beliefs that will help you. As soon as you open up to these beliefs, they're going to help you grow in areas that you've never known. And we're going to explore these beliefs together, and we're going to explore the beliefs that might be holding you back right now, if they can conflict with these ones. And we've all got them. We've all got them. It's a daily commitment to challenge our own beliefs and to keep the ones that benefit us, and then to open ourselves up to new ones, because you are definitely worthy of it. See you soon in the village. Bye.